What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. You know, Tyson Fury, we know he signed to fight Deontay Wilder. We know that he's rooting for Anthony Joshua to beat Andy Ruiz so he can fight Anthony Joshua under some weird circumstances, and we've went through all that. But what we don't know is what he said lately about the UK. Of course, we know the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, is from the UK. He said that he will never fight in the UK again. He said he doesn't mind fighting Deontay Wilder, which he signed to fight, or Anthony Joshua, which he hopes beats Ruiz in a rematch. But that has to be on US soil due to the fact that he does not like the way the UK fans treated him. I don't really know what that's about. Maybe I think that Tyson Fury's saying that because he knows that he has to obligate his contract. You know, if I was just to think about this in depth, I think that he's saying that because he knows that he couldn't fight in the UK anyway. And if he did, I think the stipulations of that contract that he signed for 5 fights for the 180 million pounds or the 103 million, I think that is contingent on him fighting in the US. That's why he's doing so many other things. But what doesn't make sense, he just did a WWE event in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so, you know, and now he's trying to venture into UFC or whatnot. And, you know, he's got a lot of that going on, a lot of different avenues going on, which is what it is. But to say, hey, my UK fans didn't treat me right over there. My thing is what was Tyson Fury's expectations in the first place? I mean, let's look at Tyson Fury's career. Tyson Fury, he beat Chisora. He upset Klitschko. I believe he got in Klitschko's head and he outboxed Klitschko. Okay. He fought him and beat him the way he's supposed to with his style, beat him, which he did. But what did he do after that? When he received all those belts, he didn't defend any of those belts. Instead, he partied. He did whatever the hell he wanted to do. He did all that in the UK. So he didn't defend his title. He won the titles, but he didn't defend the titles. And instead of defending the titles, he decided to, the mental illness or whatever and party. But this is what he did. He partied. Okay? He partied. He engaged and engulfed himself in substance abuse. And my thing is, what was he expecting from the UK fans when he really kind of crashed? He crashed and burned. See, at this point, you know, you're looking at, well, Tyson Fury, well, I'm going to make a comeback and I'm going to do it in America. Now, get this. When he came over here in America and he did the 2 tune-up fights, then he fought Wilder. He fought Wilder to a draw. Now, he was upset over here in the United States, in the US of A, and said that he didn't get a fair shake. But now you say, I will never fight in the UK because of how the fans treated you. But then yet over here you say you was cheated because you were in the US. So that's kind of, it's hard to really find out what the hell Tyson Fury is talking about and why is he now turning his back on the UK, whereas before, if that fight would have been in the UK, you said you would have had a fair shake. So I don't really understand it. It's a contradiction to me. Okay, if that makes any sense, because you know you'll never fight in the UK. You don't like the way the fans treated you. Well, what did the fans from the UK do to you? You know, was he expecting to be someone like Joshua? Was he expecting to get that type of love, that type of favoritism based on what he did and how he decided to handle his career after he obtained those belts? See, you had two avenues from two different people. One person did one thing, another person did the other thing. Both guys beat Klitschko, which Klitschko was the guy that was the reigning king for the longest. Tyson Fury upset him. Tyson Fury did not give him a rematch to really seal the deal. Okay, Tyson Fury went this route. Joshua fought Klitschko in a fight of do or die, right? Won the titles, but then went this way. Okay, so which way do you think the UK fans are going to favor, are going to ride and side with you, going this way, which is to the left, my left, or this way, like Joshua, which is to the right? So if, me looking at what, trying to process what Tyson Fury is saying, I think he's basing that he should have been more popular after going to Germany, beating Klitschko in Germany, coming back to the UK, and then doing what exactly? You know what I'm saying? Going that way. So I don't get it, because after the Wilder fight, he felt like being here in the US of A was a disservice. Now it's not. Tyson Fury has built his reputation on going to other places. He went to Germany. Now he comes over here to the United States. He won in Germany. He drawed over here. He got a contract over here to fight. And I think maybe that comes down to the contract. If it's not the contract, because of course we know this is 50 shades of thoughts with Tyson Fury. Okay, Tyson Fury thinks 50 different ways. He might think this way one day. He might think another way the same day. Who knows? But me trying to figure out what Tyson Fury is talking about in regards of he'll never fight in the UK and, it has to be on U.S. soil. You have two of the highest or the biggest fighters in the heavyweight division from Britain, which is Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Why would that fight be here? That makes no sense. And if we're going to analyze that, let's counterpunch it and break it down. Who really knows Anthony Joshua from what do we know Anthony Joshua from in the U.S.? Sure, he beat some American fighters when they came over, Molina, Brazil, right? Martin. But do we really know, what do we know of Joshua over here? He got beaten Madison Square Garden by an underdog, 11-1. Okay. What do we know about really Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury himself, he's still building his profile over here. His ticket sales are not so good. Joshua's worse, but then Joshua lost. So they're in building stages. If he beats Ruiz, he decides to come back and fight over here, he would still have to build his profile over here. Not as much as Fury, because let's face it, he was bigger in the UK than Fury was in the UK. But Fury, of course, like I explained, he made his a reputation fighting in someone else's backyard. So I get that. But where are they from? The UK. Where is the Mecca of boxing? In the UK. Where's the money? Well, for those two guys, if they fought, would be in the UK. Overall, it would be here. But it depends on what market. These guys are British. They should fight in Britain. Wembley, 90,000 people. What venue here could fill that amount of people? 3 hours west of here, we have the Texas Stadium, Jimmy's World. Huge stadium, $1 billion stadium. The highest amount of, I think it was 55,000, was the highest number of fans. And I think it was Pacquiao. Then I think Spence and Garcia did pretty good. Okay. They did, I think it was like 53 or 55,000. Canelo got over 50,000. But then guess what? In the UK, you have damn near twice as many people that you can fit at Wembley. So you got to ask yourself, okay, which event would be bigger? A 90,000 arena plus Sky and BT probably, because more than likely they're going to have to merge. So that's going to be a huge event. That'd be no different from what Fury's doing with Wilder over here. Okay, because Fury with ESPN and BT and Deontay Wilder with Fox and Showtime. So those guys have to come together and merge. You know, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, then Al Heyman, Shelley Fink, all these guys have to come together and make this fight, and this fight has to be made. Same thing would be if he fought Joshua over in the UK. Now, not so much for Deontay Wilder because he's already fought him over here. Okay, but then again, you run into a problem. If you feel that you're getting, if you're not getting a fair crack at the whip in the U.S., don't say, hey, if you lose a decision here, don't turn around and say, if I was in the U.K., I would have had a different, it would have been a different decision. It wouldn't have been favoritism. But then again, say at the same breath, say, hey, I don't want to fight in the UK because I don't like how the UK fans treat me. Okay, it's a big contradiction. Okay, so for Tyson Fury saying that the fans doesn't treat him right, maybe, just maybe, if it's for this reason, if it's because of how his career went, he should have made better decisions. But tomorrow is another day. He has another chance to redeem himself. But I don't think it's the UK's fault or the UK fans' fault of how his career went. I think it's a decision that he made on his own, right? Good or bad. But anyway, that's just me counterpunching the situation, the comments of Tyson Fury. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury's comments, statements. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.